morning, my dear children. How are you feeling all? I hope you are fine. India is a land of festivals and we celebrate festivals all through the year. So today we are going to learn about one such festival which we celebrate in the month of January. And you know what? This festival falls on the same day every year. Sometimes it changes, but always it falls on 14th of January every year. Can you see kites flying in the sky? Yes. And bowl full of sweets made of til and gur? Yes. When do we eat all those things? And when do you fly kites? Can you guess the name of the festival? Yes, it's right. It's Makar Sankranti. So today we are going to learn how Makar Sankranti is celebrated and why it is celebrated. So let's get started. Makar Sankranti is an Indian festival full of fun and frolic. The festival marks the transition of Sun into Capricorn or Makar Rashi in zodiac. It is the only Indian festival that is celebrated according to solar cycle, while most festivals follow the lunar cycle of Hindu calendar. Makar Sankranti almost falls on the same Gregorian date every year on 14th of January and rarely does the date shift by day or so, that is 13th or 15th January. Winter and the beginning of warmer and longer days. How is Makar Sankranti celebrated in different states of India? It is celebrated usually for 3 to 4 days, with each day having a set of rituals associated with it. Makar Sankranti has a great cultural, historical and spiritual significance. It is celebrated in almost all parts of India with distinct names. Let us see how it is celebrated. Maharashtra. People celebrate by changing til gur as a token of goodwill. In Maharashtra, people wish each other by saying Tid Gud Gaya ani God God Bola. In Gujarat, it is known as Uttarayan and is celebrated for 2 days. Patang, that is kite flying, undio or spicy curry made with winter vegetables, chikki made with til, peanuts and jaggery are the specialty of Uttarayan. In Andhra Pradesh, it is celebrated for 3 days. Bhogi, Panduga, Prada, Panduga, Kanuma and Mukkanuma. During the 3-day celebration, people throw away old items in Bhogi, that is bonfire, wear new clothes, decorate entrance of house with rangoli and offer prayers. On the last day of celebration, farmers worship their cattle, offer prayers to elements of soil, rain and fire for helping the good harvest. In Punjab, the celebration here takes on vibrancy, dance and colour. People dress in bright colours and dance in circle around the bonfire. Savouries like gur, revdi, popcorns and peanuts are offered in bonfire and also distributed among friends and relatives. In Karnataka, it is celebrated with ritual called Ellu Birudu, where women exchange Ellu Bella. Ellu Bella is a delicacy made with freshly cut sugarcane, coconut, sesame seeds and jaggery. People wish each other Ellu Bella Thindu Oil Mathadi, which means eat sweet and speak only good. In Kerala, on Makar Sankranti, thousands throng to see Makara Vilukku flame on Ponnambalamedu hill. The belief is that Lord Ayyappa Swami shows his presence in the form of the celestial lightning and blesses his devotees on Makar Sankranti day. In Bihar and Jharkhand, people bath in rivers, ponds and offer prayers. On this day, People feast upon seasonal dishes made of til gur as a celebration of a good harvest. They also relish special khichdi made with rice and seasonal vegetables. Makar Sankranti is a festival that makes you look forward to flying kites, sweets made with sesame seeds and jaggery, prayers, harvest, bonfires, and longer, warmer days. People, especially children, enjoy the occasion by flying kites and having delicacies made up of til gur. The underlying thought of distributing sweets on Makar Sankranti is to forgive and forget conflicts, speak sweetly, and remain friends.
So my dear friends, I hope you understood why and how we celebrate Makar Sankranti in different states of India. So my dear children, I hope you enjoyed today's session about Makar Sankranti. So wish you all a very happy Makar Sankranti. See you next time. Bye bye. Til gur gya ani god god bola.